This is a fascinating topic, and I feel like this is something that we have theorized in previous episodes.
We have.
But something happened today that has literally never happened. This is an unprecedented, first of its kind concert tour announcement. So today, Lynyrd Skynyrd and Foreigner announced their 2026 tour.
Okay, but who did?
Well, the band, the musicians consisting of...
corporate entity.
Lynyrd Skynyrd and Foreigner.
Yeah.
What we're getting at is this is potentially the first major headline, or in this case, co-headline tour with two bands with zero original members.
Right.
And it's a wild
it's crazy
concept.
Yeah.
So for those of you kind of not familiar with the scenario, Lynyrd Skynyrd's been around since the 60s, and their last founding member, if you count somebody who had been in from the beginning all the way up, was Gary Rossington, who passed away in 2023.
Yep.
Now, I remember probably the late 90s, there was, after the plane crash in 77, there was an agreement made with the estates of all of these folks, and we'll get back to that in a second, where a certain number of original members had to be in the group in order for it to be able to go out on the road as Lynyrd Skynyrd. And when their bassist, Leon Wilkeson, got sick and came off the road, there was some talk about that being amended, and it looks like it was, because shortly thereafter, he was out, and they just kind of kept on rolling. Ever since 2023, though, there's been no original members in Lynyrd Skynyrd. Some people are like, well, Ricky Medlock was in the band from 1970 to 1971. It's like, yeah, but he didn't write any of the stuff that's in their epic back catalog.
Right.
He was a guy, in the periph that, played some gigs with them, but wasn't really contributing creatively. So, and then didn't come back to the band until 1996. So doesn't really count. But they were the first kind of well, I take that back. They weren't the first, because the other band that was probably first was Foreigner.
Mm-hmm.
So the deal with Foreigner is that Mick Jones was the last remaining original member. Lou Gramm left and all the other guys left. And then around the mid-2010s, he stopped doing full shows. He would come out for a couple of tunes. Maybe he didn't come out at all. It was kind of you didn't know what you were going to get. And everybody else was just guys that they had picked up along the way. I think I've seen 2 or 3 Foreigner shows where there were no original members.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, they were great shows.
Sure.
It's not like, these guys are now hiring slouches. You got Jeff Pilson, you've got these unbelievable musicians, but it's I was joking. I was like, it's the Ship of Theseus tour.
It is. Or we've talked about the sort of designated tribute.
Right.
The band that the original band has said, these are our official tribute. And that's essentially what this is.
Yeah, but to my knowledge, I feel like Queen is the only band who's actually done that.
Right. Well, except for these, who are blessing them with their own brand.
Right. But it's not like a thing where the band is endorsing the tour in that way.
There's no band anymore.
Right. So it gets into this very sticky conversation about what is a band.
Yeah.
Because what you have is you've got this entity, this conglomerate, this corporation with intellectual property that they are trying to continue to generate revenue. And in order to do that, some stuff's got to happen.
Yeah.
One of them is that you have to go out and play these sheds every summer.
There have to be shows.
And so what you end up with is you end up with a collection of the estates of these people.
Yeah.
Who are going, my spouse was the drummer in this group and contributed his heart and soul into their creative output, but now he's not here. And we kind of want to have that money.
Right.
So we've got to make some compromises here and figure out what is and isn't acceptable.
Yep.
It's really strange. And I know that in the rock world, this is unheard of. Now, never mind that, the Four Tops and groups like that have been doing this for forever.
Yeah.
And if you think about Count Basie's band or Duke Ellington's band, it's the same kind of deal. you've got folks that have been playing in these groups longer than the original members have in a lot of circumstances. And so they have a right to be there, but it's a very strange prospect. Personally, what do you feel about it, Dan?
You have to separate the entertainment from the kind of integrity of it. Is it those bands? No. Is it those people? No. Are they handpicked? Maybe. It's interesting to me because some bands can get away with this, others cannot. The bands that are very closely tied to performers' personalities or identities, the Stones won't be able to go on once the original members are gone. I don't see any world where some replacement for Mick Jagger is acceptable to the audience.
Yeah, well, I feel like there's certain entities that just can't be like replaced. But again, that it varies from group to group.
Yeah. Crucially, because I never knew the names of anybody in Foreigner. I did know the names of the people in Skynyrd, but in my opinion, they died in the plane crash. So after that, it's all tribute. But if it's well done tribute, I'd enjoy it.
Yeah. And it's like, some people would, you can't replace Freddie Mercury.
You can't.
But there are guys out there doing Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Doing very well. And
there is a band touring as Queen.
Yep. And it's Queen featuring Adam Lambert. And before that, it was Queen featuring Paul Rogers.
Right.
They did something different. It's like, well, we have these core guys and we are going to bring somebody in, but they're not trying to replicate. Yeah. That's the difference. Is that they are trying to do something and kind of let whoever is fronting the band put their own flavor on it.
Right. With respect, to the original, but it's different.
And yet it's not, but it is.
Crucially.
Isn't that something?
It is.
It's tough.
Yeah.
The other thing about this is that this isn't, right now, this is an anomaly. This is it's podcast worthy content.
Yep.
Or at least a topic. But this is just the first. It's not the last. This is basically a vision of things to come. Because if we want to hear certain songs played by certain bands, we've got to figure that out.
Yeah.
Because there's a finite amount of time that people can contribute.
Definitely.
To these things.
My nominal favorite band, lifetime favorite band, Pink Floyd, tours, but it's just Gilmour.
Yeah.
It's a band that Gilmour has put up around himself. And I've seen it, and it's great. And I've also seen Waters doing what the band he stood up around himself that he's not calling Pink Floyd. And it's also great. It's actually, oh my God, I'm going to say it. It's greater. But, yeah. But it's not those four guys.
Yep.
It's not those four dudes in the ruins of Pompeii,
right?
Just tearing it down.
Yeah, there's a period of time where it was like Gilmour and the rest of Pink Floyd.
Yeah,
and then they kind of slowly peeled off, and I think Nick Mason was the last one.
Nick Mason and Rick Wright both. Rick Wright died. I think Mason must have died too.
Yeah, I think maybe.
Yeah, and Gilmour and Waters are never going to perform together again.
There's no need for them to.
It happened once and it was amazing, and it's never going to happen again.
Yeah.
But it's a great show. They both put on great shows.
Yeah. But it still kind of comes to the point of when one of those guys dies, you can't tour as David Gilmour.
Nope.
If David Gilmour's not there.
Right.
And the same with Roger Waters.
Right.
So ultimately, whether this works or not is down to the consumer.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, if the audience accepts it, then it works.
Because for the record, we're paying full price for this Skynyrd and Foreigner show. It's not like you get a discount.
Right.
It's the same cost as every other ticket for every other show at that venue.
Skynyrd Survivors.
Yeah. It is it's the according to them, the full fat version of the group.
Yeah.
So that's where the rubber meets the road, really, is whether or not you feel like that's worth your money. And if it is, then, they'll keep doing it. And if it isn't, then they'll figure something else out.
Right. And for a cover band person, should be understood as the highest level of tribute. To be in that band, I went to the Roger Waters show that came through town, and I watched the guitarist there cop every note of
David
Gilmour. Yeah, thank you. Perfectly. Mm-hmm. He was Gilmour.
Yep.
But he wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And you just have to understand the oddity of that. I'm paying for a show that is for a band that I love, but it's not the guy. But he's doing the thing the guy does, but it's not the guy. So do I care? Is the fact of the guy being on stage what I'm paying for? I don't know.
Or is it the way that experience makes you feel, ultimately?
Yeah. I mean, are they related? I saw Fleetwood Mac came through that same venue here in town, and it was the original lineup. It was when they were all together.
Yep.
And there was something about that. There was actually something about that. It kind of mattered.
But if they decided to go on the road without Christine McVie, would you go?
Well, her in particular, yes. But if other members, no, maybe not.
You have John McVie. I mean, he can come and go as he pleases.
He's critical.
It's tough.
How dare you?
Hey, they did an entire they did multiple tours without Lindsey Buckingham.
Well, no, but listen. Okay, yes, I'm with you. I'm with you. But John,
you're getting mad.
I am.
This is too hot for TV.
It is. Yeah. It's just a really interesting concept because touring as a brand is a different thing from being connected to the people who originated that brand.
Yeah.
And you just got to know what you're going to and appreciate that they're professionals. They're going to put on a great show. It's going to sound like what it sounded like on the radio. So maybe that's all you care about.
Yeah. And for a lot of folks, it is. It's just I want to go to this concert and feel like I felt in high school when I was listening to these songs.
Right.
And I don't care who's on stage.
Right.
There's other people who are like, I don't like change, and it's got to be exactly the way I remember it, or it's terrible.
Yeah.
I need this 68-year-old man to sound exactly like he sounded when he was 23, and if he isn't, I'm still gonna go, but I'm gonna complain about it.
Well,
on
listen,
the internet.
Stevie Nicks was dropping fifths and dropping octaves and stuff the whole show, and it was. I mean, you're aware, but you also get it.
Yeah.
But it's Stevie. There she is. That's her. And I'm in the same room with her, and that means something to me.
Right. Unless it doesn't. The way that I look at this is that this is a massive opportunity. Specifically for Lynyrd Skynyrd tribute bands and Foreigner tribute bands.
Yeah.
Because now you could follow that tour if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And pack out a venue and charge a third of the price and still walk away with a ton of money.
Say we're just as good as the real band.
We are just as authentic as them.
Right, that's right. Yeah.
The exact equal number of original members.
That's right. 0.
So you might as well save a few bucks.
Why not?
So any of you guys in Street Survivors or Freebird or Give Me Back My Bullets or whatever your Skynyrd tribute is called, find the Double Visions and the Hot Bloodeds and the Jukebox Heroes.
That's right.
In your market.
Give Me 3 Stepses.
Yeah, and just and lock arms.
Darn right.
Because you got some shows to book.
Yep.
And I think that's actually the move. Honestly, I feel like I think that anybody who's in a tribute band where there's danger of the band coming off the road, that's probably it.
Yeah.
I mean, tribute bands exist specifically for that reason. The tribute band kind of came around. It was around Kiss because Kiss took the makeup off and people wanted to see the makeup show. So bands started going and doing that show.
Right.
And then they came back and did the makeup again. And I don't know how Kiss tributes are doing right now. It feels like it might be, one of those things that might be timing itself out.
Yeah.
Who's to say?
Who knows?
But if you've got a particular take on this, I'd love to hear it. I made a video about this on TikTok. It's currently doing numbers. Not so much on the other platforms, but specifically, people seem to feel a way about it on that platform. But let us know. Leave a comment on this if you're watching on YouTube, or shoot us an email, coverbandconfidential@gmail.com. So many layers to this.
It's unpackable in a profound way.